If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 23 of the Inter Milan career mode here on FIFA 15. We had the first leg of this Europa League tie against Galatasaray in yesterday's episode, and today we'll be finishing off this particular round of the Europa League. As you can see, we're drawing 1-1 after an away goal in Turkey, and we'll hope to get ourselves through to the semi-finals of this competition in today's episode, should we be able to pick up a positive result here at home. Although, to be fair, a 0-0 would be enough to see us through on away goals. So we have to make sure that Galatasaray don't score, and a clean sheet could be vital. And if we could sneak a goal ourselves and win outright, then obviously that would be preferable. But they're starting a very strong side, as they did in the first leg. Still with that 4-2-3-1 formation, with Burak Yilmaz up top. The pace of Bruma out wide, and obviously Serioglu at right back, and players like Alex Tellez, who actually are very, very good defenders at left back. But it was Felipe Melo, of all players, that got the first goal of the game after just 4 minutes. And to be fair, what a header that actually was. You see a loop here all the way back over the top of the goalkeeper, underneath the bar, into the back of the net, and our clean sheet plan went out of the window immediately. So I was kind of on the back foot here. I was like, right, well, they've just, kind of cancelled out our away goal. I kind of need to score now, and if I'm going to score, I need to score twice. Otherwise, we'll go to extra time. But as you can see there, it was kind of a goalmouth scramble, but eventually it ended up trickling wide of the post, unfortunately. But Jonathan, using his pace down the right-hand side, squeezes it to Musa Sissoko. Good turn, good first touch from Podolski as well. Shot hits Dybala, then Dybala's shot, or secondary shot, is blocked by the defender, but the keeper's already committed himself to going down to the right, and Paulo Dybala gets, I think, his first goal since coming back from injury onto the score sheet, and that makes it 1-1. So as things stand right now, we're going through to extra time, but obviously, as you can see, we're still only half an hour in, so there is plenty of time for things to change between now and then. A lovely back heel, and a decent shot that was, unfortunately for him, well wide of the far post, which a bit of a let-off for me, because they were playing the ball around me there, Galatasaray, and they started to do the same in the start of the second half as well. Burak Yilmaz obviously has been incredible for us on Football Manager at Nottingham Forest on loan. A couple of back heel passes here. Selçuk into Felipe Melo, looking for his second goal of the game, and that one was only whiskers away as well. But they continue to be on the ball and up top, pressuring my defensive line here, as you can see in the 90th minute now, into the box. And I genuinely didn't press any button there for Davide Santon to make a tackle, but he still threw himself into it. The CPU made him do it for me, and just completely wiped out the Gala striker. You see here, just nowhere near the ball. I didn't press anything. I genuinely didn't press anything. I was just running next to him, and Davide Santon threw himself at the ball. So with the last kick of the game, Burak Yilmaz has a chance to send Gala through, and an incredible one-handed strong arm save from Sami Handanovic up to the top left-hand corner keeps them out. A brilliant save, a truly brilliant save. So into extra time we went. Perhaps justice for the penalty, but we'll hopefully try and build on the fact that we got that stroke of luck. And Marco Sal plays the ball down the outside to Nagatomo. It's going to turn inside here. 4 minutes into extra time, and that is an exquisite finish. They scored at the very beginning of the game with a brilliant header, and Nagatomo scores at the beginning of extra time with just as an impressive shot on his right foot, cutting inside from the left-hand side. He is right-footed, Nagatomo, so that's why I felt comfortable taking the shot. But to be fair, I didn't expect a shot to be that good. Just sweeps it home. See, the technique there is absolutely perfect. Flies into the roof of the net, off the bar, down into the side netting, and that gave us the 2-1 victory. And we are through to the semi-finals of the Europa League, and we'll actually face Chelsea in the semi-finals, and that'll be coming up in tomorrow's episode. But we start the back to Serie A action now in the second game against Hellas Verona away from home. A side that, of course, has a few problems, actually, in the first game when we played against them. So I wasn't too sure what to expect. Again, they're down the bottom of the league, and it seems the past 2 or 3 games we've played in Serie A have been against sides that are struggling. Obviously, Parma were down in 17th yesterday, and Sampdoria were down in 18th, I believe, and now Hellas Verona in 19th. So we're playing against the sides nearer the bottom of the table. We were able to pick up a convincing win against Sampdoria. Only a draw against Parma, though, but we were hoping to get a victory here against Hellas Verona and continue our assault on those Champions League spots at the top of the table. The full-strength first team is out for this one, as you can see. Mauro Icardi and Rodrigo Palacio up top, with Freddy Guarin sat just behind them. We were going to get off to a really good start, as you can see here, playing the ball about really nicely, literally in the first or second minute. Some brilliant passing moves here. Palacio then drills it across, and somehow Mateo Kovacic manages to wrap his leg around the defender's hip and get there first to poke that one into the back of the net. So we're 1-0 up after 2 minutes. Then Palacio misses out there on the halfway line. Nico Lopez plays a brilliant through ball to Gomez, and completely does me there. Juanito Gomez slots in Fernandinho, and after we've gone 1-0 up, pretty much immediately we're pegged back to 1-1. So 9 minutes in, we're all level. We'll try and get ourselves in front. But Nico Lopez here cuts inside. And he's going to play the ball a nice little 1-2 here. He's heading away from goal. And don't ask me how he's been able to swivel his body there to get that shot back across goal into the far top corner. It was a ridiculous piece of technique, to be completely honest. He's sprinting the other way. And you see him just swivel on his left foot and swing his right leg at it. Incredible technique. And obviously, as you can see, he wasn't able to keep his balance, but he didn't need to because that was an incredible finish. So whip on the back foot then, and it's time to hopefully get ourselves in front, or at least back on level terms, and then in front if we possibly can. But we hit the bar there, unfortunately, through Palacio with a header at the end of the first half. The ball drops to SHAQIRI here, gives it a good old crack, and that is one of the best goals we've scored so far on FIFA 15 with Inter Milan. We've had a couple of long shots with Freddy Guarin. I think the long shot we had with Guarin earlier on in the season is better than that one with SHAQIRI, but that's not to take anything away from that particular strike. That was a very impressive shot from the Swiss, and as you can see, it actually didn't go too far into the corner. It was very central. It was just hit so hard and high and dipped at the last minute that the keeper couldn't do anything about it. So as we head into the second half, we'll try and get ourselves in front if we can, catching them on the counter-attack here. Palacio into Mauro Icardi, obviously going to turn inside the defender there. Brilliant pass from Icardi to get it to his Argentinian teammate Rodrigo Palacio here. Turns inside, and not the best of finishes, but the goalkeeper couldn't deal with it. Tamely side foots it into the bottom corner, but we'll take it with 3-2 in front, and in the end that was going to give us the 3-2 victory as well. So to be fair, SHAQIRI's goal deserved to be the winning goal in any game, but unfortunately it was only the equaliser. We needed that one extra goal, but we were able to get it, and that gives us 3 points to head into the next game of the episode, which is the second Milan derby so far this season. Unfortunately, we lost the first one. I believe it was 1-0, I think. I might be wrong. I think it was 1-0 against AC. So we'll be trying to get payback here. We are only 5 points behind them, and we're in fourth, and they're at the top of the table. So a win here could move us within touching distance of first place, and definitely get us into the Champions League spots. Again, starting the same side that played against Hellas Verona, because we had a full week's break between the two games, which is quite a rarity actually in top competition, because obviously we're involved in Europe as well. And we've had quite a few games that have gone kind of Saturday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, Thursday, with all of the different rounds in the Europe that we've been involved in. But they're playing a very offensive 4-3-1-2 formation, AC Milan here. And I actually really struggled against them in the first game. I was hoping to have better fortunes here. But Nigel de Jong plays in Jeremy Menez, and he's got a man over on the far side. But I kind of tried to cover that pass off, and then he went to Alessio Cerci, and well, if the goal for Hellas Verona wasn't good enough by cutting the ball back across into the far top corner, then Alessio Cerci's was even better. A really, really impressive strike, and this one was even more so into the top corner. Lovely little turn inside there, and then he kind of does a 360 spin as he hits it. See on the replay, I don't know, it's just an incredible finish all the way into that top corner. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about it. So we're 1-0 down again against AC Milan. We need to get ourselves back on level terms if we can. Freddy Guarin turns inside. Really powerful strike. 2 or 3 defenders plus the goalkeeper between him and the goal net, but that didn't matter because he just smashed it all the way through into the back of the net, and that made it 1-1. But they came back at me again. Alessio Cerci coming down the left-hand side. My left-hand side, rather. Their right-hand side here. Whips it on his right foot, and a brilliant header by Jeremy Menez. I'm not really too sure how the defender didn't manage to at least challenge for that and put him off, but so much power behind it, and the Frenchman puts Milan back in front. Then they have a corner just before half-time here. Not really too sure why the goalkeeper didn't come and claim that. He kind of came out halfway and then gave up on it, but Juan Jesus was able to get it clear. Only as far as Paulo Armero, though, and Van Ginkel somehow manages to get that to Abate, despite running straight into Jeremy Menez. And then I missed the tackle there. Kazuki Honda completely schools me with a sliding challenge, and then rifles it across goal into the bottom corner. With 3-1 down, and it's not even half time yet at home well, I guess at home, technically, at home against AC Milan. We were in the home dressing room for this particular one. But into the second half we went, trying to get ourselves back in it if we possibly can. Gary Medel here turning inside the defender. Good shot from him, but well saved by Diego Lopez, and I can't quite get myself to the rebound. And unfortunately, we end up losing again to AC Milan 3-1. That is not going to do our league campaign any good whatsoever. You'll be able to see in just a second where we actually sit in the table now, but as you can see here, confirmation we do have Chelsea in the semi-finals of the Europa League, and there's another Italian side in the other semi-final. It's Fiorentina against the Athletic Club de Bilbao, I believe it was, or Sevilla, I can't quite remember. I think it was Bilbao, but as you can see, we are still fourth, unfortunately, thanks to that defeat to AC Milan. And 4 points now behind Juventus in those Champions League spots, 5 points behind Roma, and a full 8 behind our city rivals. So with 7 games to go, I'm really going to need to pull my finger out the bag here to try and get myself into those Champions League spots, because if we don't, I do actually genuinely fear for my job. A few of you have mentioned in the comments that the Inter board are actually quite ruthless when it comes to sacking managers. So hopefully we can avoid that and get ourselves into the Champions League spots. But for now, for today, that is going to bring this episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. There will, of course, be a My Player episode later on tonight. So check your sub boxes for that around about 8 PM. And I will be streaming Football Manager over on twitch.tv/Chesnoy Gaming later on this evening as well. Links will be in the description to that and to my Twitter. And obviously there's a schedule down there so you know what and when I upload as well. But for now, for this afternoon, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.